That's good, it works immediately, which is good. That's what we like to see. We don't like it sliding about though. Just check that you can kind of see everything. Yeah, I'll need to move the plasma ball into shot. Just so that then, yeah, there you go, you can see the plasma ball now. And then flip, flip. There we go, I have been charging the camcorder all day, well pretty much all day, so that should be good. I'll switch on Spirit Talker just to kind of begin things now. There we go, cat balls both on, although I do need to buy new cat balls because they are very, very drained. As am I for this investigation, but is what it is. Child? If there is a child here, then, you know, I've not really, I would say light up the bear, but I've not put in the bear yet. Smith? Is that your name, Spirit? That was a weird noise. I assume that was from like the candle or the actual thing I used to light the candle with, but it was like a weird humming noise, like a kind of sound. Right, I'm gonna need to relight these candles, aren't I? Yeah, well that one's definitely dead. The other two are kinda dead. I'm gonna need more tea lights. 3. Wow. So the estimated burn time for these tea lights, 3.5 hours. Wonderful. Yeah, estimated burn time for these tea lights. That's an interesting thing, which I've always noticed on the packet. Estimated burn time, 3.5 hours. That's definitely not for the whole pack, because I've got a pack of like 100 tea lights. So, yeah, that doesn't work out, because you've seen how fast I've been going through these tea lights. I've investigated for, you know, just kind of like an hour at a time, maybe an hour and a half. These tea lights are lasting about an hour, right? They're supposed to last 3.5 hours. There's no way that these are... So, I wouldn't notice that, because I am putting the tea lights going out to just... Oh, that's just... they're going out. So they are burning a lot quicker than they should be burning, right?
Wave.
So, Child, Smith, Wonderful and Wave. You can wave if you want, Spirit. Hello. If, I don't know, if that's what you wanted me to do. But yeah, so those two are still lit. The rest are all lit. So I'm going to put the battery into the bear now. Oop, dropping the battery. Again, same battery I've been using for the past 12 days. The bear, you know, it has been lighting up a little bit more as the investigations progressed. I'm putting that down to the settling period because I want to just put the bear down. It is definitely getting towards dressing gown weather. Right, so just check, you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. And I'm assuming you can see the board. Right, there we go. In the dark we are. I'm actually just going to check you can see the bear on the
Laura.
stream. Okay, I'm going to tilt that a bit more. There you are, that should be good. I can only see like half of the. Oh, is it because of me? I think so. Let's move that a little bit more like there, right? Yeah, because I think you've still got that in the bottom corner of the shot there.
I'm so confused.
Well, let's just throwing out words. Nora, I'm so confused. There's no need to be confused, Spirit. No need to be confused. But that candle may have gone out now. Oh no, it's still going, still going.
Whisper.
The time is about 3:10. Just so you're aware. Whisper? There's no need to whisper, Spirit. No need to whisper. Can you light up the bear? I've put the battery in it now. I will say as well, just for the camera, I've had a nap, so I've been asleep from, I want to say 11ish, maybe. Just been kind of having a sleep on the chair, it is seemingly proper, so it wasn't like
There are demons.
proper, there are demons. That's interesting, Spirit. Can you tell me more about that? Now, one thing I find interesting is it has said more stuff to do with demons, hasn't it? As time's progressed. And it'll be interesting to look back on the footage, because I can't remember what day I started pushing it. I think it might have been day 10. Actually, no, was it day 10? Or was it before? It should have been day 10, really, or past day 10. But it'll be interesting to look at the footage to see when I got that book out, and to see from that point, was it saying anything about demons beforehand, or is it only after?
Breast ripper.
Breast ripper. I don't even know what that means. Yeah, interesting fact about spirit talk. I need to look more into it. But my granddad raised a really good point about it, which I kind of half forgot about. Because you know when you know something, but it's kind of in the back of your mind, so when someone brings it up, you're like, oh yeah, that's true, that is a thing. Ages ago, my uncle looked into the app and said that it works based on phonetics. So it isn't a word bank of, it's not a list. The app doesn't consist of a list of words, which the spirit then picks from. Instead, it's using phonetics. It's grabbing sounds, as it were, like pairs of letters, and then shoving them together to make these words, to make these sentences. And that could be why we're getting random things. Could be, and that kind of answers as well the other day when I was saying about perhaps the spirit is misspelling things. And it's trying to say one particular thing, but instead it's saying a bunch of other things. It's kind of like the spirit's using autocorrect. When you type a particular word or sentence, and then, he just
You heard us.
adjusts it. You heard us. Potentially direct response there. As I'm talking about trying to understand the spirit, saying about how maybe they're trying to say certain things, but it's coming out as other things instead. It then says you heard us, which is very interesting. If I heard you, can you light up the bear spirit? Also, important note to mention, my bag, I've got black rucksack type thing, which I usually just sit on kitchen counter or dining room table, and that fell off the counter. I don't know when. It was either at pretty much 3 o'clock, because I quickly went to the toilet before this, and that's when I saw it was on the floor. But I did hear the sound of what sounded like something falling. There's no guarantee it was that. It had nothing in it at the time, so it wasn't heavy or anything, and could have been precariously placed. But yeah, I heard something fall about 3 o'clock, and saw my bag had gone on the floor. So it could have been then. Also, earlier on when I was going to sleep, I did hear kind of a scraping sound, but I put that down to the door, because as you can see, the door is closed. Yeah, my mum is in tonight, so the door's closed to try and minimise sound going upstairs. And I did hear a scrape, so it could have been then. But it's an important thing to know, because last year when I was investigating salt, all right. Last year when I was investigating around Halloween, it might have been the Halloween investigation. I'm not sure. I think I've
I
written it
didn't
down.
want to die.
You didn't want to die. Yeah, while I was doing that investigation, what happened was my bag did fall during that investigation. I think it was like 3 in the morning with Ouija board as well, and the bag had been still since about 10 in the afternoon. So I was like, oh, that's coincidental that it's chosen to fall while I'm doing an investigation at 3 in the morning instead of any time beforehand. So, again, bag falling potentially at 3, you know. Like I said, might have done, might have fallen much earlier. It hasn't fallen since that time it fell last year. So the fact it's fallen again now, I'm like, but that could just be me projecting onto it, being like, oh my god, I'm doing this investigation, stuff might be starting to pick up, the bag's fallen, maybe that's connected. But at the same time, maybe it's not. If the bear falls, however, that'll be significant, because the bear has been still through the entire investigation. Like, yes, it's lit up occasionally, but usually I've been like, okay, I want to just touch that, it might be settling period. Or, oh no, I've just been kind of moving around candles and stuff, might be whatever. But you could argue extended settling period for a couple of times, maybe for some reason. But if the bear falls over,
Beware.
then that's interesting. Beware. Why should I beware, Spirit? See, because I need to try and look into these words as well, not just at face value, but also the phonetics. Just in case it is a phonetic thing, which apparently it is, even though it's saying similar things, it's like it can repeat words. That's what makes it feel like a word bank. The fact it can say a number of things, and I know various people who have this app, and they're saying things like, oh, it has said a bunch of these names, it has said below, and stuff like that. I'm just like, I've had that through it. If it's not a word bank, why is it saying the same words that I'm getting? It's like the other night I was watching the Overnight channel, and they said, for example, Elijah.